I remember I was working for an oil company in Houston way back in the 1980s. And every day at lunch, everybody went in their car and they drove to the mall. And I remember getting in the car and I'm driving to the mall just like we did every day to go to the food court and go get something to eat. And I got to the stop sign and something in me said, turn left. There was an inspiration. There was something knocking inside of me. It said, turn left. So I turned left. I only went 2 blocks and there was an Italian deli. Now, that may mean nothing to you, but I was born and raised in Ohio on Italian food. I was in Texas and couldn't find any good Italian food. And here was an Italian deli 2 blocks away. So I pull in and I go in and there's a man from Italy. You know, it's not an American or a Texan that's making Italian food. It's actually a man from Italy with real authentic Italian food. I order a sandwich, but because now I'm kind of late, I got the sandwich and I brought it back to my office where I was working and I ate it and tears came to my eyes. It was so good. And so I picked up the phone and called the Italian at the deli. And he thought I was calling to complain. And I said, no, I just want you to know I haven't had a sandwich like this in 10 years. And he thanked me. And I thought, he doesn't get it. So I closed my office door and I had his menu. I rewrote his menu. I completely laid it out on a computer with the type and everything. I went to the printer and I printed it, 500 copies of his new menu. Then I went around and put the menu up in the office building where I was. And then the next day, I turned left and went to that Italian deli with a box of 500 menus. And when I got there, he was packed. He couldn't keep up with all the business. Wow. Everybody who had been in the office saw my menu that I had put on the wall, took it down, went over there and was having lunch. And he was thanking me. And so I said, well, you know, not only did I put the menu up, but here's 500 copies of your menu. I rewrote it for you and printed it for you. Here. I ate there almost every day for the next year and never paid for anything. He gave me all of my meals for free and we developed a great friendship. During that time, my wife at the time and I were struggling and I wanted to get a home, but my credit wasn't great. I, of course, had been homeless. I had been in poverty. I couldn't get owner financing. I couldn't get anything. Along the way, one day he said he was moving and he wanted me to have his house. He turned it over to me and just asked me to make the payments on his house. I could never have egotistically strategized that and created an intention that would have helped me find an Italian deli 2 blocks away, get free food for a year, and then end up moving into a house that I didn't have to buy through traditional ways. I couldn't do that with any sort of intention that I can even imagine today. But inspiration did.